exhale and draw both knees in towards your belly, holding them however you'd like. And just start to make circles with your low back. And let your breath be continuous here. And now let's circle the opposite way. And then taking each knee and circling it individually. So it might be kind of like a egg beater style or however you want to do it. Draw them in close, let them come away, let them go out to the sides. And then you can reverse whatever style you're doing there. Good, and now let's place the left foot down and just hold the right leg behind the leg. So just interlace the fingers. It's not gonna go all the way straight. We're just going to lift the ankle so you can see it. So keep the knee a little bent here. And now inhale, pull the toes toward the shin strongly as far as you can. So you're dorsiflexing the ankle. And then exhale as you point or plantar flexion and repeat. So just really doing these strongly and trying to go to your full range. If you get a little cramp in your foot, just work it out and keep breathing. Good. Now, next time you dorsiflex the ankle, so bringing the toes toward the shin, and keep it that way very strongly, and see if you can keep your knee still. You might even just look at it and turn the foot so that the toes point diagonally to the right, and then through center and to the left. So you're everting and inverting the ankle. And try not to hold your breath. And hopefully, if you can really dorsiflex that ankle, and keep the knee still, you'll start to feel a lot of the muscles of your shin working strongly to do this. And it's just an ankle strengthener. Keep breathing. Good. Now, next time you come through centered, let's now point the ankle. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to try to keep the knee still and keep the foot in that pointed position as you turn the toes to the right and left. It's almost like you're drawing a smiley face, the smile part of the smiley face, and keep breathing. Good, you guys. And now you can just circle it. Try to go full range with your circle. So that really big motion. And then reverse it, keep breathing. Good, and now let's just release that foot down to the floor, straighten out both legs. Notice the two sides for a moment and follow your breath in and out. Okay, let's inhale, interlacing or hooking the thumbs and reaching your arms overhead. Feel like you're trying to pull the thumbs apart from one another as you do that, and then really engage your legs and either point the ankles or flex, whichever you prefer. Keep breathing. Good. And now on your next exhale, let's bring the left leg in, hold behind the leg. Your right leg can be bent or straight, whatever feels better. Let's bring the foot up so you can see the ankle. And then just begin, inhale, pulling the toes back towards the shin, and exhale, pointing, and repeat. So you're just finding right here your full range of your ankle on this side and trying to stay present, right? So we're sticking with that intention of just noticing what arises. And now let's keep it dorsiflexion. So keep the toes pulling towards shin. Try to keep the knee still. So look at the knee and then turn the ankle in and out. So the toes start to point in and out. And I'll just get curious about this. Like you might have most people have some time that they've twisted or tweaked their ankle or injured their foot in your life. So you might just notice, how the ankles feel side to side. Or do they feel tight? Try to relax through your neck and shoulders. Good. And then come through the center. And now let's do the same thing with that plantar flexion, the pointed ankle. And just notice how this side is. Hopefully you're feeling some fatigue in the muscles of the lower leg. And now big circles, full range. And then reverse it. Good. And then let's let it go. Straighten out the legs on the floor. Inhale as you hook the thumbs, the opposite hook with the thumbs. Reach them overhead. Engage the legs and the ankles. Good. Exhale there. And then take an inhale. And exhale, bring the right leg in again, holding behind the leg for a moment. Left leg can be bent or straight. You're going to let go with your hands. And now pull the toes toward the shin, that dorsiflexion. And as you take your next inhale, let's very slowly reach with the heel up towards straight, toward the ceiling. Good. And as you exhale, point the ankle as you bend the knee all the way back down. And repeat. Good. So you're flexing the ankle, inhaling as you reach up, and then you're exhaling as you point the ankle and come down at your own pace. Try to relax through your neck and shoulders. And if you're really tight in the hamstrings, definitely bend the left leg. It'll help you out here. Okay, next time you bend, let's just place that foot on the floor, straighten out the legs and notice the two sides. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left knee in. You can catch it or not, just start. And then let go with the hands if you can. And as you inhale, flex the ankle, reach up. So same thing this side. Exhale, point and bend. And repeat. Just noticing again the difference in the two sides. Good. Now, next time you bend the knee on this side, we're going to do it a little differently. Just going to place your right hand on that left knee and stretch the left arm to the side if you have space, or you can just slightly bring it out and come into a knee down twist. So bring the knee across your body. Might need to adjust across the shoulder blades. Good. Follow the breath in. Feel for breathing into both sides of your rib cage. Good. And as you breathe out, slowly come back to the center. Good. Now we're going to lift the foot up, but keep the knee bent. Right. Like a lunge on the ceiling. Taking your left hand, reach for the outer left shin, ankle, or the side of the foot. And then slowly start to draw the knee down on the outside of the ribs, but while keeping the foot facing the ceiling, like a half happy baby pose. Good. Try to move your shoulder blades down your back and explore how that feels. And now can you push your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand? So that right hand is either holding the outside of the foot or it's the shin or ankle, right? So you're kind of pushing up as you're pulling down. Good. One more breath. Good. And exhale, release. Straighten out the leg on the floor. Notice the two sides again. Inhaling. And then exhale, let's bring the right knee in, placing the left hand on the knee. We're just going to come into that knee down twist, placing that right arm wherever you can out to the right. And letting your neck be however it feels best. Following your breath in and out. Good. And on your next exhale, come back to center. Coming into that half happy baby. So what we're going to do is lift the foot up, take your right hand to the outside of the right shin, ankle, or pinky toe of the foot, and bend the knee a lot, like you're lunging on the ceiling. Good. Try to relax through your shoulders and reach through the left leg. 2 more breaths, creating that counter pressure, like you're pushing up with the leg at the same time as you're pulling down with your hand. Good, one more breath. Good, and exhale, release. Straightening out your legs on the floor. Let's stretch the arms overhead again, hooking the thumbs. Inhale. And as you exhale, bringing the knees in and rocking yourself up, or you could always roll to your side to come up. You might want to turn around if you're facing the wall. What we're going to do is come into a little bit of an ankle and calf stretch. And if your knee gets in the way, you can take your blanket, or I grabbed, these guys are by the front door, these little rags you could grab too. But this isn't my hurt knee, so I don't need it on this side. So what I'm going to do is come onto the ball of my left foot and try to lean my weight forward into it as I press my heel toward the floor. So it could be your front knee or your back knee that gives you trouble on this. You have to try to just not go into any pain. So the idea here is that you're putting all your weight forward until you feel a stretch in the lower leg of this front foot. You're really leaning forward. And then you're pressing down through the ball of the foot like a gas pedal as you work the heel to the floor. Good. And bring your, like, Tasha, you might want to draw your heel underneath you a little bit more if it doesn't bother your knee. Yes. So you really feel it. Yes. There you go. So for me, because this knee is okay to do so, my calf is fully touching my hamstring on this front leg. Good. And you're just like gas pedaling. Are you guys feeling this in your calf and stuff? Or I'm feeling it in my shin today because I just worked my shin. Yeah. Keep breathing. Good. And then just switch to the other side. And so what I do for this knee, for me, because it hurts in this position, I just put a little spacer behind the knee, and that really helps. You can use the blanket you already have if you don't want to get up and get something. Yeah, and now I have no pain, amazingly, because I'm having a lot of pain lately in this knee. Okay, so pressing down through the gas pedal and then working the heel down, right? So you're putting a little pressure into the ball of the foot and the heel down and breathing. And on this side, I feel it in the calf. Anybody else? Okay, one more breath. Good. And now I'm going to come out of that and grab your two blocks, and I'm just going to sit on them. You can take them the wide way, like this below your butt, or you can take them the narrow way. And just bending the knees and sitting in. If this bothers your knees, you can sit however you want. Okay. And what I did, Celia, that's fine, but I stacked them on top of one another. That might be more stable. And it's relaxing your arms here. We're going to do a little Kapalabhati breathing. So that's the fire breath where you exhale strongly and pull the abdominals back. So it looks like this. Okay, so we'll do that, but let's get into it by sitting up tall, relaxing your shoulders, and I'll get tissues in case anybody needs a tissue. So just sitting up tall, relaxing your shoulders down your back, and taking a couple of regular breaths there, either Ujjayi breath or natural breath, either one will do. Okay. Good. And then taking an inhale and beginning and just doing about 30 rounds. So you'll inhale and begin. Whenever you finish, you can just breathe normally a couple of times. Now this is called, it translates as skull shining breath. So you might feel like a little like twinkle at the top of your head, just kind of the reaction to breathing that way. And just notice what you do feel. And the purpose of this breath is to tone the abdominal muscles and then kind of ignite the fire of the abdominal region. If you're pregnant, I should have said that first, it's not going to hurt you, but so don't worry if you did it and you're pregnant, but it's not recommended. Okay. So it's not recommended to be pulling the abdominals back when you're pregnant. All right, let's do another round. Inhale and exhale, and then we'll try it again. Okay. When you're finished with your round, just take a couple inhales and exhales, noticing the effects. Really try to expand three-dimensionally on your inhales here. And then let's take an inhale and reach the arms either forward and up or out to the sides and up, whatever you have space for here. And let's bring the palms together and exhale, draw the hands down in front of your chest and just pause for a moment. And inhale there. And exhale, we're going to come onto our blocks below our hands. I like them on the middle level, but you could also have them on the low level and step into downward facing dog. And I just get a grip on my blocks and press them into the mat so there's no sliding. You know, if you hate the blocks or anything like that, you can just not use them. Okay, that's always an option, right? To do what's best for your own body. Move around however you'd like in your down dog. Notice how your shoulders feel, how the backs of your legs feel. And then come back to your umbrella breath. And now as you're ready, let's take an inhale together. And as you exhale, let's roll out to plank and hold it. Now, if you can do this with knees up, do, but of course you can always have knees down. Tuck your tail under, protract, widen the shoulder blades. Feel like you're sliding your armpits towards your heels and don't let those hips sag. So really lift the hips, but tuck the tail. Good, inhale. As you exhale, can you draw the right knee in towards your chest? And then as you inhale, can you lift the right side of your pelvis higher? Good. And as you exhale, place it back to plank. Good. Take a break whenever you need to. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee in towards your chest. Good. Inhale, lifting the left side of your pelvis. And exhale, step back to plank. Good. We're going to do one more each side. Inhale. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, lift that hip. Exhale, step it back. Good. Inhale. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, lift that side of the pelvis. Exhale, step it back. This time we're going to lunge. So we're going to inhale, pull it in. Exhale, step it down to lunge. Good. Just stay here. Good, good. Inhale, moving your shoulder blades down your back. And exhale, can we twist open to the right? Left hand stays on block. You can lower the block if you wanted. You can make a fist if your wrist is bothering you. Do what feels best on your neck here, wherever you want to look. And let's take 2 more breaths, really strengthening that back leg, straightening that back leg. Good. 1 more breath here. Now exhale, let's bring your right hand down. Looking at your front foot, let's step that back foot next to the front one. Just about hips distance will be fine, or they could be touching if you prefer. We're going to place the left forearm across the thighs. Yeah, that's it. So it's just kind of right here. Yep. And the right hand's on the hip, right hip. Inhale, exhale, twist your chest to the right. Good. And look down at your feet. How about that? And just notice your knees, keeping them even if you can. Good. Inhale, roll the right shoulder back. Good. And then as you exhale, let's exhale, turn back so you're not twisting anymore. Good. And then slowly stand on your right leg and lift that left leg up toward the ceiling, or knee up toward the ceiling. Arms go up. Inhale. Good. Now, could you very slowly exhale, start to step that left leg back to a lunge? Keep lowering it down so that your hands come back down to the floor and the back knee drops down. Good. So inhale, low lunge, shoulder blades down your back. As you exhale, we're going to come into runner's lunge, but we're going to do it a little differently. So as you go back, we're going to sit toward the heel if it doesn't hurt that knee, only if it doesn't hurt the back knee. Okay. And draw the toes up. Good. And then on your inhale, you just kind of crawl yourself forward. You can use your blocks below your hands. Good. And as you exhale back. And so we're stretching. I've got my back toes tucked under. So I'm stretching out my foot back here as well. And it doesn't bother this knee. So I'm going all the way back. But if it did, I wouldn't. I would stay upright. Good. Now I'm going to add something into this that I wanted to already add in. So we got to go a little longer. Okay. So when you go back, can you feel like you're pushing with your front heel to go back? To push yourself back. Now, when you come forward, can you feel like you're pulling with this front heel? That's what's bringing you forward. Okay, let's try a few more of those just to get that in our brain. You push with front heel to go back, and you pull with front heel to go forward. One more. Good. And then this time when you come forward, let's just take the blocks below the hands and step ourselves back to downward dog. Good. Let your neck relax. Let your jaw relax. Press the mat back with the balls of your feet like you're trying to stretch your mat. Good. Okay, let's come back to umbrella breath, everybody. And just noticing little moments of when your brain goes elsewhere. Noticing what you're feeling fully and welcoming whatever it is, just welcoming it all in. And on your next exhale, let's come forward to plank. Good, strong plank, strong legs, inhale. Exhale, let's bring the left knee and hold it for a moment. Inhale to lift the pelvis up. And exhale, step into that high lunge. Good. Inhale, shoulder blades down back as chest comes forward. And exhale, twisting open to the left. Good. Rolling that bottom shoulder blade back and down. Nice. If your wrists are bothering you, feel free to make a fist instead. Good. One more breath. And then exhale, untwist yourself. Look down at your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, right leg steps forward next to left. Okay, we're gonna sit back, so we're in a chair pose, and place the right forearm across the thighs. And then left hand to hip. Inhale as you twist open to the left with your chest. Exhale, look down at your feet and just check out your knees. Like, are they staying even? Good. And now on your next exhale, we'll slowly untwist ourselves. And then we're going to step onto this left foot and try to stand up. Good. Reaching up through the arms and bringing that right knee up. Nice. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Good. Now exhale, we're slowly going to step that right leg back to a low lunge. So just go slowly if you can. Bringing hands down and then knee down. Good. And then from here, we're going through that runner's lunge. Right away, let's do the heel thing. So as you press into that front heel to go back. And then you pull with that heel to come forward, not going into any knee pain. And you can tuck those back toes to get a little extra stretch through that back foot. Good. Okay, next time that you come forward to a lunge, you're gonna just step back into plank pose. Okay, really tighten your glutes and protract the shoulder blades. Lift the belly and the hip points up. Good, so don't let your back sag at all. Good. Now, many of you, probably most people, want to drop to their knees here. And I'm just showing you how I do it when I'm dropped to my knees. My tail is tucked under, still engaging the belly. What we're going to do here is push-ups. So we're going to exhale and inhale up. Right? You can do that on your knees, or you can do it upright and you can even just go a little ways down, right? Just go as far as you can go down without losing your form to come back up. Really nice, you guys. Good, and try not to get your shoulders up by your ears, right, when you do it. Good, next time you come up, exhale or let's go to child's pose. Placing the knees down. You don't have to sit all the way back if your knees hurt. Keeping your hands on the blocks, we're gonna stretch the arms forward and just bring your head, keep your head between your arms. So if your head tends to go lower than your arms, keep your head lifted a little bit between the arms and stretch the arms forward. You can even walk your block hands further forward if you want. Yeah, so getting long in that wingspan area. Okay, now from here, just walking your block hands over to the right, reaching your left hip back, taking a breath into both sides of your rib cage. Good, and now let's walk the block to the center and then over to the left. And then back to the center. Oh, rise up and let's come forward, keeping your block hands there. And you might need to pad your knees if your knees are bothered. What we're going to do is engage the glutes and then start to let the hips come forward like a modified cobra or up dog. Yeah, shoulder blades down your back. So let your elbows bend a little bit to help those shoulder blades come down. Yeah, it's spread across the collarbones. If it bothers your back at all, then just stay in plank. And then from here, as you exhale, can you engage your abdominals first to come out? Let's go back either to down dog or child's pose. Take a sigh or two, just kind of noticing, making any adjustments. You might want to shift the hips. Good. Now let's slowly walk the feet forward toward the hands. And just pause in a forward fold here. You might want to rest the wrists by just turning the palms upward, letting the knees bend. But you can do this however you'd like. Let your neck go if you can. Just kind of let it hang. Maybe nod it yes, or shake it no. And then notice if you're breathing. Good. And then just slowly either roll up or you can inhale, reach chest forward and rise up that way. Good. When you get to the top here, eyes open or closed, just pause. Let your shoulder blades relax down your back if you can. Top of head reaching upward. Noticing how you feel standing in mountain pose, and then opening eyes if they're closed. Feeling the balls and heels of your feet and the top of your head reaching skyward. Good. Nice, and then inhale, let's reach the arms up. Good, exhale, let's forward fold. Taking the weight towards the balls of your feet, you can place your hands on your blocks or the floor as you inhale and reach your chest forward. Good. And then exhale, we're step into plank with the blocks. You can drop to knees, just 3 of those push-ups again. Use your breath and just be aware of when you're letting your hips sag, okay? Keeping your shoulder blades away from your ears. Good, and then after you do your third one, just dropping down to the knees, tuck the tail and engage the glutes. So that's your first action, right? So your butt might be up like this, boom, tuck it down, good. And then second action is spread across the collarbones while keeping that, and perhaps let the hips come forward if it feels okay on your low back. Yeah, there you go. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, can you engage your abdominals first to try to come out of that and sit back either on your heels to child's pose or come back to downward dog. Taking an inhale here. And then exhale. Good. Inhale, bending the knees, looking between the blocks. You could step or you could hop forward on the exhale. And inhale, weight to the balls of the feet, reaching your spine forward. Good. Exhale, bending the knees. And inhale, let's rise up, arms reaching forward and up. We'll bring the palms together as you exhale and come down. Let's bring the blocks to a high level at the front and then just step back a little bit. All right. How's everybody doing? Is the air okay in here? Does that feel all right? Okay. All right. I'm just going to inhale, stand tall, and then exhale, bend the knees. Okay. Inhale, reach the arms up if you'd like, chair pose. And as you exhale, shift your weight to your right leg and bring your hands to the blocks for a modified warrior 3. Yeah, so let's turn the left hip toward the floor. Good. And bend the right knee a little bit. Now, when I do that, I realize that, I need to kind of adjust so I can take my weight into my right heel instead of the ball of the foot. And shift that right hip back. Inhale, can you extend your chest forward? Good, without back bending. Good, drawing those front ribs in, keep breathing. Good, now on your next inhale, let's inhale, place that back leg down for a crescent lunge. So it's gonna go back, but your torso is gonna raise up. Okay, now inhale, reach the arms up. Good, and just adjust your feet however needed. They might need to go wider right to left. Now exhale, you can bring your hands to your hips. And if it doesn't hurt the back knee, tuck the tail forward, bending that back knee, right? So on my other side, I wouldn't do this at all. I would just stay. So if you feel any pain, just stay. On this side, I'm going to exhale, dip my knee, and inhale, rise just a couple of times. Okay, keep the tuck as you go. Good. Good, last time. Let's straighten both legs. You might need to arrange the feet to be able to do that. And inhale, reach your arms up. Good. And then exhale, we're bringing our hands down to the blocks or the floor, coming into a lunge. You can place them on the floor this time, actually, if you'd like. We're going to step into one-legged down dog. So the right leg is going to go up toward the ceiling. Good. And then you can bend the right knee, taking the right heel toward the butt, and open that right hip to the side. Yeah. See if you can really work on squeezing your heel towards your butt. So really engaging the hamstrings. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then slowly square the hip to the front and step the leg forward to a lunge. And see how it feels to step that back shin in toward the floor. Yes, like this. So it could look like this for some people if your knee isn't hurt, okay? Or it could look like this, okay? However you need to work it. What we're gonna try to do, and you can use your blocks from here, is we're gonna exhale, try to stand up on that right leg. And bring the left knee in, inhale, lift. Good, exhale. Good, inhale, let's hold behind the knee. Good, exhale. Now, can you inhale, try to straighten the leg, keeping it flexed. You could put your back against a wall if you wanted. Exhale, point the toe and bend. Yeah, so just like we did on our backs. Inhale, head, top of head towards ceiling, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now, the next time you straighten, let's try to let go. You can take arms up and 3 breaths. It's okay to lower it, right? And then come down. Ah, all right. Good job, you guys. Kind of shake it out a little bit. All right. Nice. Just pause and standing. Notice the two sides. And then inhale. Let's take the arms up first this time. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, we're slowly transitioning to the left foot, warrior three with blocks. And walk your blocks forward if need be. Try to turn. So now we're all in our left foot, correct? So you're on your left foot, your right leg is up. There we go. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was me. Good. Good. Keep reaching your chest forward as you resist a back bend. So your chest is reaching forward, but you're not back bending. You're drawing your ribs in. Good. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let's slowly place that right foot down behind you, coming into crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Okay, really engage that back glute. I don't think I said that the last time. And then you can take your hands to your hips. And if it doesn't bother your knee, you can tuck the tail and bend the back knee a lot. Okay, you won't see me bending it a lot, but go for it. And then you can do those little dips. So you go down to the floor and back up. Good. Keeping that back glute engaged regardless. Good. And now we will come all the way down to the floor. You can always use your blocks here. Okay. And we're going to be stepping back to down dog, blocks or not, with that left leg going up toward the ceiling or back toward the back wall. Good. Pausing there. And then bending the knee so the heel comes toward the butt and opening the hip. And so here what we're working is squeezing the heel towards the butt. So really trying to engage the hamstrings. Good. One more breath. Keep breathing, you guys. Are you breathing? Good. And then closing the hip and step that left leg forward to a lunge. Good. And then slowly walk that back shin in if it feels okay. You can sit fully on the heel or you can stay lifted depending on your knee. Okay. Inhale, kind of bring your chest forward. And then exhale, you're going to try to stand up. You can use your blocks or not, pressing down through that left leg. Good. Inhale, stand all the way up, right knee up. Arms can come up. Good. And then exhale, let's hold behind the leg. You can always walk to a wall and put your back against the wall for this. And inhale, reach through the heel to straighten the leg. Exhale, point the ankle, bring it down and repeat. Yeah, the wall really helps stabilize in this. Keep breathing. Now, next time we straighten, you can always lower it. See if you can let go. You can bring the arms up for 1 and 2 and 3. And then exhale, lower down. Just kind of shift side to side, shake out your legs. If you went to a wall, you can come on back. Just stand for a moment and notice. So take about 30 seconds to a minute here of just simply noticing your breath, noticing your heart rate, your temperature, your feet on the floor. And then coming back into a more rhythmic breath. Good. And then opening your eyes, and you might want the strap for this. Okay, so we're going to be standing on one leg. My head's cut off this whole time, huh? All right. So you don't need to use the strap. It's just when you try to hold a leg, if you prefer a strap. If you're using the strap, you might want to have your back against the wall, it just gives a little more stability. All right. And what we're going to do is take the feet hips distance and just inhale, stand tall. And then exhale, bring the right leg up. Good. Now, if you're using the strap right here, you can stirrup it like this. Okay. Show it. Good. And then try to take both ends of the strap and put them inside your right leg. So your arm is on the inside of the knee. That's right. And then inhale, stand tall, and exhale, straightening the leg. Yeah, you got it. So it doesn't matter how high it is, and it doesn't matter if it's all the way straight, but can you lift your head to the ceiling? Good. Can you straighten your bottom leg and breathe? Good, you guys. And now you could switch hands, taking your left hand to the strap, your right hand to your hip, and twisting. Good, keep breathing. Good, and now turning back to the center, you might even let go. Just let your strap fall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, lower down. Ah, good job, everybody. All right, let's do the other side. You're just gonna get your strap if you're using it. You don't have to, you can also grab for the toe, right? So you could be doing it like this, and you stirrup it. And then the arm comes on the inside of the leg and reaches down for both sides of the strap. Trying to have your knee straight up toward the ceiling. It'll wanna go out on a lot of people. Okay, really straighten that leg, inhale. Exhale, straighten a little or a lot. Good. Keep breathing. Just get your eyes in one spot will help with the balance. Keep lifting your head toward the ceiling. Good. Really good. Focus, everybody. Now we're going to switch hands. So right hand can come to the foot or the strap. Left hand can go to your hip. I know the wall gets in the way in this. Good. Keep breathing. Good. And then slowly back to the front. You can let go of your leg. You can bring the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Can beat out those quads a little bit if they got tense in that. If you got tense in that, you were doing it. You were straightening that leg. Good. And then come back. You can set your strap to the side a little bit here. And again, just pausing. Notice what you notice. Let's get back to a rhythmic breath. Let's do our arms a couple times to help with that. So we'll inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Just trying to time it with your breath. You can do any kind of arms down and any kind of arms up. Good. And then inhale, arms up. Set your feet up for chair pose. It's just brief. Exhale, chair pose. Good. Inhale, find your blocks for your warrior three. Again, this time we're going to be stepping on the right leg, left leg back. Good. Squaring the hip if you can. So to help square the hip, what you do is you bend the right knee and then you reach your chest forward. Good. Now you might stay here, or you might clasp your hands behind your back, stretching your shoulders back. You can try it. You can also keep dipping the toe down like this, trying it. Good. And now let's place that back foot down, crescent lunge with this shoulder stretch. So if you didn't join me in the shoulder stretch, you could join now. Yeah, I can bend that back knee, engage the back glute, lift your chest up, your head up and your torso up toward the ceiling, Dolores. Good, here we go. Good, inhale here. Then exhale, slowly release the shoulder stretch and drop your back knee coming down to the floor. Good, we're gonna place the hands on the floor, step back to your one-legged down dog, right leg goes up, hip opens. Good, find your breath, everybody, inhale. Good, then exhale. Going to step that right leg forward to a lunge. Good, stepping that back shin in just like we did earlier, this thing, half squat, this is called. Okay, and now from here, we're gonna try to stand up again. So you can use blocks or not. Shift your weight forward. Start to press all the way up, but we're gonna keep this knee bent. Inhale, exhale, maybe you can go down a little bit. And then inhale up. Yeah, if it hurts your knee, you barely do it. Okay, you just a little bit. One more. Good, and then stand, reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, if you haven't brought the foot down too, bring the arms down. Good, inhale, arms up. Exhale, little chair pose. Good, inhale. Exhale, start to transition to the left foot, warrior three, hands start on blocks. Just getting everything set up here. Hip toward floor, chest reaching forward. Left hip shifting back, breathing. And then perhaps you can interlace the hands behind your back. You can always stay where you are. Keep breathing. And then slowly drop that back leg. So now you're in your crescent lunge, shoulder opener. You can bend that back knee if you want, but everybody engage your back glute. Good. Maybe even look up, everybody. Yeah, see how that feels. Inhale. Then slowly bring your eyes down as you exhale, come down to your lunge. And we're gonna step back one-legged down dog. Left leg is going up. And then we're opening the hip, bending the knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, closing the hip, stepping that left leg forward to a lunge. Good. Then stepping that back shin in. You can sit on the heel if it works in your knee. And then inhale, shift your weight forward to help you shift onto that left leg. You can use your blocks if you want and press up. Good. And then a few little squats. I forget what these are called. This kind of squat. Good, you guys stand all the way up on both feet. Oh, I forgot this, but if you want to do this, you can. Inhale. And then exhale, both feet. Notice your two sides. Notice your feet on the floor. Nice. Good. And then inhale, let's reach arms up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, reaching your spine forward. Good. Exhale. We're going to just come down onto the floor for a moment and take your two blocks, sitting on them anyway. Maybe the wide way works better. And you can grab your strap, bringing your right foot forward. Good. Now just inhale, sit up tall. Good. Exhale, and bring that right knee up and place the strap below your foot, like a stirrup. We're going to keep it like this, though, with that one hand on each side this time, okay? There's an inhale up here, this is Heron pose. Okay, so from here, I'm going to exhale. Let's see about straightening the leg a little or a lot. Good, you guys. And if it bothers your hands, you can always wrap. You can also hold the foot if you prefer. Good, keep breathing. You can look at your toes or you can look up toward the ceiling. Sometimes it's fun to try different drishti points, the gaze point, and see what the effect is on your nervous system. And now from here, exhale, you could also try to, so it's like a little bow. What I try to do is round my upper back a little bit and bring my head toward my knee, right? So you can try that, or shin. Then release that and then lower down. Good. Let's switch sides. So if it hurts to have your knee back, your other knee back, of course you don't have to. You could have it forward. You could sit on the floor, cross-legged, whatever works. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna take the stirrup below our foot as you lift the knee, or you can hold the foot. Inhale up tall, and then exhale, see about straightening it. Good. Keep trying to bring your chest forward and your shoulder blades down your back. Yeah, so we're not rounded in this part of the pose. Good. Keep breathing. Good. Now, if you want to try the little bow, it's like you're trying to bend the arms, and it might not even happen at all. It might be just with your neck. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then release it when you're ready, bringing it down. You can set your strap off to the side. And yeah, let's face forward the way you guys are facing. We're gonna just stand up onto our feet. You can move your blocks out of the way. And it should be fine for most people if you're in bare feet, just to widen your feet right here on the floor. Yeah, so like a wide-legged forward fold. But if you don't have enough space, just feel free to turn to one side so you're on your mat. Okay, I'm gonna go pretty wide with my feet here. Just feels good right now. You decide. Okay. And then you can take any version of this pose. So, for example, your hands might be on blocks, they might be on the floor, right? You might decide you want to hold your feet or ankles or come into a shoulder stretch. We're going to do this twice, so you can choose different ones if you want. Okay. You might also choose to do a headstand from here. Okay. So that's an option as well. That's in your practice already. Good. Let's keep breathing and perhaps work with shifting your weight toward the balls of your feet a little bit. See how that feels. Play around with your center of gravity. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths there. Good. And then let's bend the knees a little bit to walk the feet closer. You can take your hands onto your blocks and just step your right leg forward, left leg back, low lunge. You might want to pad the knee, up to you. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to take my left hand a little wide. I'll put it on the floor. And I'm going to twist around toward my right, bend my right knee, and maybe grab the foot. If it's not available, you don't have to grab the foot. Okay. But can you open the chest and really engage the hamstring, or go into this quad stretch if you can get a hold of the foot? Keep engaging that left glute. Good. 2 more breaths here. Your front heel is on the floor if possible. Good. And then exhale, untwist yourself. Now we're going to take those hands to high blocks and straighten the back and the front leg. Walk that front back leg in a little bit so you can lift the the ball of the foot off the floor as you fold. Let your neck relax, let your jaw relax. Follow the breath in, follow the breath out. Good. Now let's place that foot back down on the floor. And just turn. This time, let's turn. You might need to adjust with your neighbors, but just turn to your left so we're back in our wide-legged forward fold. Yeah, and you can do maybe a different arm position this time. Okay. Shoulder stretch. That could be hands down. It could be arms stretched forward. It could be headstand. Practice shifting your weight around. Notice your breath. Maybe take a sigh or two. Let's do this. If your blocks are towards your right, just grab them think we're going to do a little circle here. We're going to go toward the back of our mat to come into that lunge. So just going to turn toward my left and bend the back knee, take it to the floor. You can pat it if you'd like. And walk that right hand to the right as you open the chest to the left. Palm is up, like you're serving something on a platter. And I've got my hand reaching toward my back foot. So not toward the ceiling, but toward my back foot. And I bend that back knee, maybe grab it, maybe not. Engage your back glute though. Your neck be at ease. A couple more breaths. Good, and then release that foot. I'm going to circle around to our right now. So just exactly the way we came in, right? We're going to kind of go back through that wide-legged position and then walk ourselves over to the right. And now what I'm going to do is just step that back leg in and have a seat. And so I recommend sitting on a block for most people for this. I'm going to show it that way. So what I've got here is my left leg folded in and my right knee bent up. Okay. And then I'm going to take my left arm way to the side. And just find your breath for a moment. You can hold your right knee, maybe even let your neck relax to the side. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. And now from here, I'm going to tuck my chin down toward my chest and reach that right arm really far forward inside the right knee. Yeah. And so you might want to walk your right foot in a different spot. Just feel around where it wants to be for you. Okay. It could go out further. And now I'm going to turn my thumb toward the floor, that right thumb. And then I'm going to try to wrap it around my shin while tucking and rounding. And I might take my strap with my left hand to meet behind the back. And that might not feel good to you. And you might just want to keep this left hand as a stabilizer out to the left on the floor. You might just want to round here. Okay, I'm just giving lots of options. Or you might want to just be up tall. Yeah. So if it doesn't feel good rounding in your body, you could be up like this. All right. Okay, one more breath, breathing into your back if you're rounding. Good, and then slowly inhale, rise, releasing any bind. Good, exhale, holding that right knee, twist to your right fingertips could come down toward the floor behind you. Your head can look wherever it feels best. Good, inhale, breathing into both sides of your rib cage. Long exhale, relaxing through the shoulders. Good, and then slowly unwind. Good, stretch your legs out in front. Good. And now the right knee bends under, left knee up. Of course, you can always be patting any of these knees here. I'm going to pat this one. Inhale, let's take the right arm out to the side. And exhale, reaching the left arm inside the left knee. So you might need to step it out a little bit to get there, step it in or out, whatever feels best. And now this is a rounding moment. So you can let your body round if that feels okay. Turn the thumb toward the floor so the palm faces the left. And then you can see about wrapping. You can grab your strap if you want to. Tucking the chin, maybe taking the right hand back to meet. Breathing into your upper back. Good. I'm going to grab the strap for you. Oh no, look at you. You got it. Good. Good. And now slowly, if you've got that bind going, just releasing that. Bringing yourself back up. Inhale, you could hold that knee first if you want. And exhale, twist to the left. Shoulder blades relaxing down your back. Notice where your eyes want to be. You can move your head around if you want. Relaxing through the shoulders. Good. And then slowly unwinding. I can stretch your legs forward. Good. And in this, if you're on a block, you could come off of it if you want. Taking your hands behind your back. Inhale, rolling the shoulder blades back. Good. Exhale. And again, inhaling. Nice. And as you exhale, slowly release. You're going to come onto our backs and have your block close by. You don't need your head and neck support just yet. Now just pause on your back with your knees bent, noticing for a moment. And then inhale. And as you exhale, you can lift your hips and slide your block under your hips for supported bridge. Your block could be low. It could be medium too, but low might be better right now. You're going to put it on your sacrum. And then if you want to, you can straighten out your right leg. If your body wants something different than this, then please always listen to what your body needs. Okay, these are just suggestions. As you inhale, can you feel yourself breathing into your lower belly? We're feeling that area expand, even into the front of that right hip. And then long exhale. And again. Good. And then if you're doing this one-legged supported bridge, you can slowly switch to the other leg straight. Same thing, a few breaths there. And then slowly bringing both legs to bent. Might feel good to do something else here if you're inclined to, like bend both knees in or lift legs up towards ceiling. And you can decide to do that if you want, or if you're ready to come out of it, or when you're ready to come out, just lift the hips, move the block. Might come into happy baby or any other pose your body feels like it wants. And then slowly finding your resting pose, whether it's Shavasana or some other pose, something restorative. You could cover your eyes, you could get blanket for your body or for your head and neck. Just finding where that is for yourself today. And then when you find it, you just take a couple of sighs here. Might move your shoulder blades down your back a little bit. And your eyes soften. Feeling for letting your jaw soften as well. You can let go of your pranayama if it feels right to you. Just let your breath be natural. Right now, just noticing where your attention is. And can you bring it to feeling your body on the floor with the props? And noticing if there's any adjustment you can make so that you could let go a little easier in your body and your mind. Noticing anything else that's present with you right now, whether it's certain thoughts that keep arising, or emotion, or images. And then bringing your attention now to where you feel your breath, just one place where you feel it. You could put your hand there if you wanted, but no rules. Just do it how it works for you. And now, can you find a second place where you notice your breath, sensation of it? And can you imagine with each breath, it's just flowing between these two places that you've noticed? And then inviting your sensation of your breath into more of your body, down into your legs. It might not be a physical sensation, it might just be your attention, just inviting the experience of your breath into your legs, your feet, your arms and hands, your head and throat, your torso. Resonating your breath through your whole body and maybe even into the space around you.